friends. Welcome to my world. Today we are meeting for another conversation, and today we are talking about hatred. Each and every one of us have the ability to heal hatred. If you, I'm in the U.S. If you are wherever you are in the world, on this day, there's a lot of hatred around us. There's a lot of division around us. When we watch the news, I personally don't watch the news because that is, that is a business. I don't watch that. I go different sources for my news. But if you watch news for 5 minutes, you will stop believing in humanity. There's so much darkness out there. And then what happens? People who really feel for it, they feel their empath, and they get very depressed, anxious, worried, and it starts to impact their life. And that is not helping anyone. If you are stopping in your tracks, if you are feeling paralyzed by what's going on, then you're out. You can't really help the world. So how can we look at the world in a way where we all can be contributors? And that requires understanding who we are, why we are here, what are we doing, but most importantly, how powerful you are. So I'm going to share something with you that most of us unconsciously we know, but we don't really focus on it. Whenever you see chaos in the world or you see hatred in the world, there's somewhere deep down hatred and chaos hidden within you. Now, you might think like, you're such a loving person, you don't hate anybody. How's that even possible? How could I even say that you have hatred in your heart for someone? So most of us we operate from a very self-righteous place, but let me tell you, friend, as long as you're in a human body, you got darkness within you that you are not done cleaning up yet. Even if you're the biggest shot in this world, even if you're saint in this world, you still have something that you're working through that lives within you, that you're still working on releasing, that you're still working on transforming. Otherwise, you won't even be here. We all are here to help humanity, to help each other. And that help is not so much outside of us, it's inside of us. When I let go of hatred within me, I am going to heal collective humanity of that hatred. Now, again, if you're an average person, you don't fight with anyone, you're a good person, and you go about your life and you think, you know, I don't have any hatred. There's not even a tiny piece of hatred within me. I love everybody. So that is where I'm going to challenge you because this is individual work. And when we individually do it, collectively, we all benefit. Think of the hatred maybe you experienced towards your siblings when you had to share your toys or your room or your clothes. Maybe towards somebody in eighth grade. Maybe the person who, like, went out with your boyfriend. Maybe the person your husband cheated on you with, or your ex husband, hopefully, at this point. What about your maybe previous coworker? Maybe a boss? Maybe an aspect within you. Maybe you hate one of your habits. And I can say that because I have so many conversations day in, day out where people casually say, I hate this thing about me. My friend, that energy right there is adding to the collective soup that we are living in. There's you're so important that whatever lives within you creates an impact to even people sitting on the other side of the planet. You're that important. The problem is we don't realize how important we are. The day you start realizing how important you are, you're going to think on a different frequency, you're going to feel on a different frequency, you're going to act on a different frequency. But most importantly, you're going to get deeper into yourself and start cleaning up the darkness within you. And most of us, we don't even want to admit that. Now let's go a little deeper. What about the hatred you have for your mother-in-law, for your sister-in-law, for your ex-mother-in-law? And sometimes it's our own parents we have hatred towards. We don't, because they didn't treat you right. And you might say, it's not really hatred. I just dislike this. Be very honest with yourself. Because the way we are going to heal humanity is by getting honest with ourselves. I can't see that for you. No one else can see that for you. We depend on each other being honest with themselves and coming back to their true authentic expression of light. Most of us, we are expressing darkness outward. We are emanating our darkness. We are not truly emanating our light. And when we pretend we like someone, when we don't really, that is an emanation of darkness. That is not emanation of light. So when you heal that hatred within you, when you transform that, of course it's not easy. It's a process you'll go through. You'll work with the mentor, or you can just sit there yourself and you can see where that is within you. If you can just find it, that's half of the work. And then the work starts when you start to shift it, where you start to understand why the hatred got here in the first place. At what point you start to see yourself and other people separate from you? At what point you started to see that it's okay for you to think bad about others and it's not going to impact you? It requires healing all those gaps. And as you do that work, you're not just helping yourself, you're helping the whole humanity. I see a lot of people who love to go out and scream fire, but they are not doing anything to transform the place where the fire is. The fire is within you, my friend. It's not outside of you. The pain is within you. It's not outside of you. It seems like it's outside of you. Outside just reflects what's within you. And if you want to see a different world, if you're a parent and you want to leave a different world for your kids, then this topic becomes so much more serious to clean up the darkness within you, to transform it, um, to stop hating yourself and other people. And when you become a little bit serious about it, now you are on the path of people who are healing the world. Not just by sitting there talking and commenting on people's Facebook post or texting a bunch of people or forwarding stuff on WhatsApp groups. That's we're not helping anyone. We're just spreading more darkness. We're spreading more news. But if you really, genuinely want to help yourself, your kids who are going to be ruling, who are going to be on this planet for ages to come, you gotta heal your inner. You gotta heal that hatred within you. Now, I'll invite you to find that person, that one person. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of hatred within each and every one of us, including me. I make sure I do that work every day. I make sure I look, where am I hating a thing, an object, a situation, or a person? Because I want to make sure that I don't vibrate at hatred and contribute that hatred into the world. Look in your family. Like if like this person not talking to that person not talking to that person, or maybe someone doesn't want to talk to you. That's where I am. My siblings, they, decided to walk out of my life last year, and that's just where things are. But I have done the work where I am not hating anybody. And I know that has created an impact. Even if no one else in the family is doing the work, I know I can see it. That has shifted the frequency. So when your family, even if everybody's against each other, gossiping here about this person, gossiping here about that person, what about your sister-in-law? Like we most of us think it's okay to gossip about your sister-in-law. Where are you holding on to that hatred and darkness in your family? If no one else is doing the work, if you're Ali and my family, they don't even believe in inner work. No one is doing it. You be the person who do that. Maybe that's why you're here watching this, because you have the ability and the capacity to transform that into love, into oneness, in being able to see that no one is separate from you. We come from one soul. We are part of the one whole. In this physical body, it seems like you're sitting there, I'm sitting here. But we all come from the exact same place. We all are going to go back to exact same place. There's no difference. There's no difference. So coming to the conclusion of it, if today you look outward or you watch the news or you watch social media and your gut is, twisting inside because there's so much hatred, there's so much chaos, instead of being a preacher like this needs to stop, that needs to stop, go back to yourself, go into your corner, go into that cave within you and find where there's hatred within you, where you bought into that you're separate from other people. It is very brave work. I do that work day in and day out. So I can tell you it's a very brave work. You're not going to be a self-righteous person anymore. You're not going to be that, because that is the biggest illusion. We believe that I am good and you're bad, or you're bad and I'm good, whatever version of it you're following. The evil exists within you. You're going to heal it there. Somewhere there was a gap between you and it just got in there. A lie got in there. If someone has done wrong to you, genuinely they have done wrong to you, work on, hire a mentor. You can come work with me. Work on forgiving that person, which in other words is forgiving yourself. Because as you release that, you have benefited the whole humanity. That is the biggest legacy, my friend, you can leave. Now, I'll tell you this. It's not something you'll be able to post on Instagram, because you're not going to see, like, your fine line all disappeared or your weight dropped like 50 pounds after you have done this work. There'll be no difference, no physical difference. But the way you will feel and the way you will experience life around you is going to completely transform. So this work is for those people who really want to up level the way they exist without broadcasting it to the world, without putting their selfies, look what I have done next, without broadcasting it to the world. This work is for those people. But the universe is watching, the universe is transforming. Your soul is here. Your soul really appreciated, because the more darkness you let go, the more you can connect with your soul and the more that light can live through you and benefit humanity. So look within. Instead of looking out and feeling bad about things and crying about it, getting depressed and anxious, look within, find that place within you. Where is that dark spot within you, that hatred within you? And the day your standard for yourself become like, I cannot hold on to that. I am going to invest my time, my money, my energy in transforming this. When that becomes serious, that is when, my friend, you're benefiting humanity. You're not just benefiting yourself. When we heal the world with ourselves. So that is my message for you today. If this is something you're ready to do, my specialty is helping you heal your relationship with yourself and helping you heal the heart. And that heals the collective heart of humanity. That is what we really need. That is what our kids need. That is the world I want to leave behind. That's why I am part of this movement where people, especially moms, have a healed relationship with themselves. That is the only way we are going to leave a different world for our kids. I'm sending you all so much love, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.